Get ready for Gucci mania to hit our shores. The luxury label's show during Milan Fashion Week set off a frenzy at the highest levels, and our very own WSJ fashion columnist Christina Binkley was right there as it all went down. Hi, Christina.
Hey, Tanya.
So paint a picture for us, if you will. You say the editors all ran from the show straight to the Gucci flagship store?
Straight there. And if you can imagine this scene, there were so many editors shopping in this store that there weren't enough dressing rooms. So they began sharing the dressing rooms across brands. So you've got Elle magazine and Teen Vogue in the same dressing room.
I love it. And you had a great quote from Linda Wells, which kind of put it all into perspective for me.
She said it's like Prada in the 90s. And if you remember, those of us who were around for that, it was another craze that everybody had those backpack purses that
Yes.
Prada came out with, and stores were just rushed with them.
That really puts it into context for me. So, Christina, what is it about designer Alessandro Michele's clothes that has everyone so excited?
He is tapping into something. I'm not sure I even can articulate it what it is, but it's this sort of poetic, dreamy moment, maybe because our lives are so fast-paced and we're on Snapchat or whatever all the time, and we want something that sort of harkens back to a softer, more romantic period. But his designs and his whole approach to fashion is almost grandmotherly. It's, these tiny little prints and sort of, nymphs floating around dreaming about poetry.
Love it. Now, is he being compared to Tom Ford?
Well, totally different approaches to fashion and to life. Tom Ford was life in the fast lane, right? Everything was glitzy and shiny and heavily marketed. So no, people aren't comparing him to Tom Ford in style, but they are comparing him to impact on fashion. And that's very interesting because Michele has only started in January. He's only been around for a few months. And yet he's actually sparking people to go back and pull out their Tom Ford era Gucci.
I love it. Off to the races. Now, you say Gucci wasn't the only standout in Milan. Is that correct?
No, by no means. And this is another completely different spectrum. Moschino, which is designed by Jeremy Scott, is turning into a crazy cult brand. It was an unforgettable show. Getting into the show was completely different. I almost thought I wasn't going to make it. I'm not kidding you. I had to be pulled in through it was like a mosh pit of people trying to get in there. Jeremy Scott he's kind of a crazy. This is a guy who did a season of SpongeBob. This time it was a season of car wash and construction clothes.
I love it. I love the bright neon colors. And look at that Big Bird feather dress. It's amazing.
That's a car wash dress.
Amazing. And what about Dolce & Gabbana?
They have, I keep saying the tourist commission in Italy needs to pay those guys. They did another Being in Love with Italy collection. There were dresses that literally said the names of famous Italian towns like Portofino, all kind of resort areas. Super colorful. The shtick of the show was that they had models taking selfies and then flashing selfies up on the screen. Unforgettable.
Beautiful clothes. Well, everything we've seen here, just stunning. So I'm sure we will be hearing a lot about this fashion week for months to come. Christina, thank you so much for that.
My pleasure, Tanya.